Good afternoon, everyone. Um, it's amazing how like all of these tales seem to be connected. Um, one of the This morning I was down at San Diego at the Marine base for services, and afterwards one of the recruits came up to me and asked, "What am I supposed to do when I get angry?" And it was like fascinating since that has been a major struggle of my own throughout much of my life. What are we supposed to do when emotions have flamed up to the point where control is almost gone? um, and unfortunately, if you ever get to that point, there really isn't a lot to do because control is gone. But a response to that, and on the way driving back up, I was reflecting on it as a response to everything that has happened primarily through the past 3 months. In between the Thanksgiving through New Year's, there was a pretty large surge in COVID cases, and that manifested mostly through January and most of February. And the result was a lot of burnout, a lot of compassion fatigue, people over at the hospital unable to move forward, unable to carry on. And so the question was, what are we supposed to do at that point? And just like with emotions at that point, there wasn't much to do. And I say that what preparation is so much better. And the reality of it was that before we get to that point, and we can take it upon ourselves when we do feel we're in a place where we can act. Um, the Buddha talks about four primary emotions, good emotions of kindness, compassion, joy, and equanimity. And one interesting thing is that the emotions, they balance each other and they are able to uphold and support each other. And the opposite of compassion, or the balancing of compassion, is joy. So that when in the midst of compassion, people have given so much of themselves that there's nothing left. They have seen so much pain that there's nothing left to them but pain. That then joy is able to have provided a deeper foundation that can uphold moving forward through that. And I had always thought of that, okay, yeah, I understand that intellectually, philosophically, good to go, but that doesn't actually build the emotion itself. And I surprisingly found a practice which is very similar to metta meditation, except instead of compassion, wishing wellness and safety and health and happiness to all beings, rather, as you go through, you remember and appreciate and take joy in the good things others have. You think of people you like, so it is easy to take joy and appreciation in the good things they have, people you don't know. And then for people that you might have problems with, to be able to sit and take and appreciate and have joy in the good things they have. And that not only, like on one side, helps us understand it doesn't matter what our emotions towards others are, it will not affect them. And so feeling resentment towards someone we dislike is not going to harm them in any way, nor is it going to benefit them in any way. But at the same time, to be able to sit in joy with other people means that when we, and very much so myself, need a well to draw upon, that joy has already become more of a second nature. It is more of a habit to be able to rest in those places of joy when there is so much need on the other side that is drawing from that. And I found that idea very liberating, and I hope that will be a focus for my practice. Um, so that is very much what I've been thinking about. But also in lines of joy, I got an email on Tuesday of last week, so it's been 4 or 5 days. The Loma Linda VA has offered me a permanent position as a chaplain. And so it looks like there are two pretty big things that come with that. The first is I will more or less now be permanently in the area. For the longest time, I had foreseen me leaving the area, having to leave the temple. But now Loma Linda is a little way off, but it's certainly not as far away as what I was foreseeing in the future. And so we are here more or less for the future. The key thing, however, was that job offer, there was no way around it. That job offer required endorsement. And that endorsement came from you. It came from Sozenji Buddhist Temple. It was your willingness to work through filling out the paperwork, submitting the application, and then your willingness to say, yes, we think that Robert August Peterson is a Buddhist and he will fulfill the tenets of that faith. And it was that faith in me that allowed me to have this job. I could not have done it without your support. And I hope that now I have a permanent future here. I will be able to help repay that faith that you have shown. So thank you. And my family thanks you. You have helped us cement our livelihood. Thank you.